How did the universe come into being? It's a great age-old question, but if you go deep enough within yourself, doesn't matter how you go about doing it with psychedelics or not, with weed or not, with meditation or not, um, with just research alone or with all of the above combined. If you go within yourself deep enough, if you really try and find the answers, you'll find them. So, the universe is conscious. Consciousness itself formed into the universe. It formed itself into the universe. It, through its own imagination, through its own infinite imaginative projection abilities, it projected itself within its own mind and basically manifested itself as everything that it wanted to be, the entire universe, every person on every planet, or should we say, every life form or level of consciousness that could possibly be, that could exist out there as a probable possibility. It's all there. It all exists within the infinite mind of the all. So consciousness basically imagined the universe into being. It imagined itself into being the universe, into being all of these planets and whatever else it has imagined itself to be. Once it's done hallucinating through imagination, it realizes that it is all there is, all that will be, and all that has been. Okay? And then it returns to that knowing, it gets bored and lonely again. The all alone infinite consciousness, the all aloneness, the all alone infinite awareness. Okay? Consciousness is an infinite black hole. That's what consciousness is. But it's not just a normal black hole that you can't see nothing in. It's a self luminous, conscious, intelligent, imaginative, self thinking black hole that can do anything through its imagination. It can do anything, literally. It can manifest itself as anything. And that's the power that each of us has as an individual aspect of this hallucinating, dreaming, infinite awareness. Okay, it's dreaming itself as us. And so, because of that, because of the dream that we're in, this dream that allows infinite awareness to escape its own infinity, we have this ability as human beings to do exactly what the all has done. We can do exactly what the all infinite living mind has done with this collective hallucination. So if you focus hard enough, your imagination, and you combine your imagination with your emotional state of being, you can make great things happen, or you can make crazy things happen. You can make sinister things happen. It just depends on what you're trying to do. What is it that you're trying to do? And then you got to ask yourself, okay, and then be honest. Be straight up 100% honest with yourself through whatever time you spend, whatever you want to call that. But during your personal time, just ask yourself and be honest. And the path will be opened for you because there is only you. Okay? And now, I personally have manifested a lot of different things through ignorance over the years, trying to work through my emotional problems, anger issues, thinking wrong, overreacting, being sensitive, you know, not being able to control my emotions. All this led to my manifestations not coming to fruition like what could have happened if I had have been in a different state. I didn't understand this business of being in the right state of being because it wasn't explained properly, but I used to think it was just emotions because that's what they said. You have to feel it at the same time you think it. And, if you keep thinking that you have it and you feel like you have it, then bam, it happens. And that is true. However, it's a hell of a challenge to try to hold that state, especially when you have been programmed for most of your life to be in a different state, to be in a reactionary state, in a state that causes you to give your attention, via your awareness to the news media outlets on TV and to fear mongering and to propaganda and sales and fake AI articles, okay, that are misleading and, causes more fear mongering. So you got to work through all that before you can get to the right state. And I think that it's all been set up this way. I think that, infinite awareness or the all infinite living mind or God or whatever you want to call it, whatever you personally choose to call it, I think that it's set everything up to be this way for you to, be born as a baby, grow up, grow older, and all this. Like certain things are just set up to go a certain way. Well, waking up is the same thing. You gotta start at the opposite end of how you woke up. You gotta start at the opposite end of whatever success you end up getting, whatever accomplishments, whatever goals, whatever trials and tribulations you know, bust through. Like you gotta start on the opposite end of that and work your way up to that. So I think that's why it happens that way. We're just supposed to be programmed, because this is a dream reality that we're having, a dream, a collective hallucinative dream scenario, okay? And and once you really master your state of being, that's when the fun begins. And some people make it sound more complicated than what it needs to be, but it's really not. It's not complicated. You just gotta master your emotions. And it's okay to feel things because feelings and thoughts just come to you. And sometimes you just react to something or a feeling pops up and you just have to sit with it and feel it. Okay. So you don't want to just shut off your feelings 100%, but it's what what pops up that doesn't really resonate with you, but has caused an emotional reaction within your being. You just kind of have to work through it. You have to sit with it and allow it to pass. And then you can slowly work back into the state of being that you really want to be in. And so if you're feeding that more than the state you don't want to be in, then that's how you slowly master your manifestation abilities. But if you just kind of willy-nilly blowing with the wind, don't give a damn, your manifestations might come not exactly as what you wanted. But anyways, this was a discussion of consciousness itself more so than manifesting. Because all you need to realize is that you are pure consciousness. You are this hallucinating infinite awareness. So it's already manifesting just by you being here. That's what infinite awareness does. That's what infinity does. That's what consciousness does. We're talking about pure infinite consciousness. That's what consciousness does. It dreams, it hallucinates, it, has these dreamlike perceptions and whatnot. Okay, it puts itself in worlds, it hallucinates, it dreams within the void of its own being. Consciousness dreamed all this up. So, how you manifest your reality is you master your emotional state of being, you master your mental state of being. Basically, the state that you're in is a combination of your thoughts, feelings, your words, and how you move, and the frequency in which you carry, like every day, how you wake up and go to bed. And that's what you got to work on and master. And it's tough, but if you're trying to do great things, or if you're trying to be a master manifester, or just more of a, person that's more in control than not of their state of being, then you got to practice this, man. Anyways, I don't want to be too long winded. Consciousness dreamed all this up. And you can dream too, because you are infinite consciousness having a temporary human experience. So, what do you want your world to be? What do you want to come to fruition within your individual yet collective dream?